Let's start playing around with logs a little bit. Remember one thing that I did in the last podcast? I went 10 squared equals to 100. And what we're going to do is we're going to convert that into log form. But what I want to show you here is when you take the log, remember, it's a log of a specific base. Look back at your exponent. There's the base. So that's exactly the same number that goes here. Then we also said, look at this. Take the 100. Take the 100 and put it here. That is now like your question. Equals to, your answer is always the exponent. Remember, we're dealing with exponential functions, and logarithms are part of this thing called the exponent. So the log base 10 of 100. So in other words, what power of 10 gives us 100? Well, that's 2. That's how logarithms work in a nutshell. So let's take a look at this question here. Here's our base right there. The base is 3. So you'll write log base 3. Take the number, that's the answer. So you want to know the log base 3 of 27. In other words, what power of this base gives us the answer of 27? Well, what power it is, of course, 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. Answer is 3. So in other words, that exponent here is your answer. Okay, so whenever you're doing a log, you're trying to find out what the exponent is that gives you this number relative to this base. Okay, let's just do another one and see if we can clarify that. Okay, here's our base. So log base 5 of 1 over 25, there's the one that you're going to log, equals to negative 2, your exponent. Perfect. Take a look at the last one here, which is kind of cool. This is going to be the log base 4 of 1, and whenever you take the log of 1, you'll always find it actually equals to 0. Try that on your calculator. Boot up your calculator, take the log of 4, and you'll actually find, or I should say the log of 1 of any base, and you'll find that it always equals to 0. Kind of cool. All right, so let's keep on going. Now, let's turn around and put the logs now into exponent form. I always find this one easier. The reason why is because there's your base right here. There's your exponent. It's that easy. There's your base, there's your exponent. So 7 to the power of 2, yes, of course that's 49. There you go. Easy peasy, right? Take a look at this one. 4 to the power of negative 3. 4 to the power of negative 3 equals to, right, 1 over 64. Why? Don't forget, this negative means to take and flip it, take the reciprocal. And 4 to the power of 3, 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. Let's take a look at the last one here. Log 10, so there's your power, okay, or I should say your base. There's your exponent or your power, 10 to the minus 4 equals to, now remember, the minus means to flip it, and yes, of course, there's your answer. 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. And that's basically how it works.